Hi, Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage and the creator of 3 Day Weekend System. And I'm so glad to be here each and every week. I really enjoy doing these lives with you called Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes. And I do them for a couple of reasons. One reason is for you to be able to kind of shift your perspective of your business, your vantage, if you will, and turn that into your competitive edge. Don't just think like every other business owner out there. Go a little bit deeper. Think beyond the four walls of your shop. The second reason is for you to take action. It doesn't take these massive changes to make a real impact in your business. Small changes can create a ripple effect, and it's amazing what can happen. So a question I commonly get asked is, Marianne, who do you work with? And I work with single location shop owners. And these are owners that when they contact me, they feel like they are in overload and they want to stop going 24/7 and they really want to empower their team because there's so many good people in the automotive industry. And that's where I come in and help. So let's get started. This week's topic is mindset to delegate. And I chose this topic because I've been talking to shop owners recently, and there's been a common theme going on. So when I speak to them, a lot of times what they're telling me is they really want to delegate, but they struggle a lot. So, if we're being honest here, most shop owners that or if you're one yourself on the live here, really pride themselves on being the ones who kind of jump in and will save the day. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean it in a good way, right? Because they really enjoy their business. And here's the thing, you've built a business by rolling up your sleeves, fixing problems, and ensuring things get done right. And that same mindset can actually end up holding you back. And a lot of times when I'm talking either with owners or even clients, they'll say to me, Marianne, but I still love what I do. They don't want to step back. They really enjoy it. And I respond to them with, well, that can be a trap. Because here's the thing, when you're the go to person for everything in your business, it's not only draining and exhausting, but it also prevents your team from stepping up and doing their best work. And here's the thing, micromanaging, that's what we're talking about. It doesn't feel like micromanaging when you think you're just checking in. But to your team, it could feel like you don't trust them. It could feel like you don't have confidence in them. So this is especially tricky in family-owned shops, family-owned businesses. Emotions can run high, relationships can blur, and holding everyone accountable without drama feels impossible. But if you're going to take your business and your life to the next level, it's time to let go. So I want everyone to keep in mind that leadership is not about doing it all. That doesn't mean leadership. It really is about showing others what's possible, giving them the resources that they need, and then getting out of their way. So I want to share with you how you can actually start doing this. There's 3 steps to this. And the first step is own it with your team. That's the first one. Have an open conversation with your team. Let them know that you see the hard work that they're putting in, and apologize if your hands-on style has made them feel undervalued. You can say something like, I've realized that I've been jumping in too much. And it's not because I don't trust you. It's not because I don't have confidence in you. It's because I'm having a hard time letting go and I want to change that. So I value what each of you brings to the shop, and I'm committed to giving you more space to do what you're great at. This simple acknowledgement can go a long way towards repairing trust and showing them that you're serious about change. So now the next step is, once you've said that, you really have to commit. You have to show them that you're willing to make that change. So the next part, step 2, is start delegating the right way. So delegating isn't about handing over a task or an activity, assigning it to someone, and just hoping for the best. It's really about setting clear expectations and empowering your team. So here's what that process looks like. Here's what works. Explain the why. Help your team understand the importance of the task or activity and how it fits into the bigger picture. Let's take something really simple, like, here's how we answer the phones, and here's why we do it that way. Help them connect the dots, right? See that big picture. Here's why we check in cars this way. This is the way I want it done, but here's why. This is the expectation. Now, if they find a way to improve it, be open. But the idea here is, let them know why. Provide the resources. Make sure that they have the tools, the training, and the authority they need to succeed. You don't want them to be dealing with a customer and feel like they don't have the authority to make a decision, and that they still have to go back to you. So that's important, to make sure that they have that, to provide those resources. The next part of delegating the right way is step back, but follow up. Trust them to take the ownership, but set a timeline and check results. What you're doing is you're looking for the result or the outcome. Was that customer happy? That's great. But we're not going to be so focused and nitpick over the process. They may change the process a little bit. It may be actually better than the way you were going to do it. But we're looking for the result. We're looking for the outcome. The third part of this is empowering decision making. So if your team is always coming to you for the green light, what you want to do is you want to ask yourself, what type of decisions can my team make without me? Start with small wins, depending on what you're doing already, the size of your shop, the size of your team. Like, for example, approving part purchases or handling a customer complaint, and then build from there. Another question to ask yourself is, what guidelines do they need to feel confident in those decisions? One of the things that we've done in our shop, because I not only do coaching, but I am a shop owner. I've had a shop since 1999. And one of the things that we've done early on in our shop was, when it came to warranty work, all right, if we were away from the shop, we wanted to empower our team with warranty. So, when you go away, okay, you're going to go for 2 weeks or whatever, something's going to happen and they're going to have to make a decision. So one of the things we said was, if we don't have loaners available, we don't want to inconvenience the customer. It's legitimate warranty work. Take the work in and let's get it done. But for whatever reason, if it's going to take longer than you think or longer than we planned, get them in a loaner. If we don't have a loaner available, call up the rental place down the street. We made arrangements with them, put them in a rental car. They had the authority to make that decision. And they knew that when we came back, we weren't going to give them a hard time about it. So giving them that authority is a great way to go, so that they can feel confident with those decisions. So those are the three. And lastly, I want to talk about family dynamics. We have to be open about family dynamics, because when family is involved, it's really critical to treat them as team members, not as a son, daughter, sibling, right? Whatever the family dynamic is. We have to separate personal relationships from the business. And we have to encourage that we're doing this with business decisions, right? We have to be clear headed about it. And here's how you do that: you define clear roles and responsibilities so everyone knows there's no overlap. You hold everyone accountable to the same standards, including yourself. As an owner, you can't go in and start breaking the rules, like do as I say, but not as I do. No, that's not acceptable. And you have to address conflicts professionally and privately. Don't handle them differently than you would another team member. So the big takeaway here is that I want you to realize is letting go isn't easy, but it's the only way to create a business that can run without you, with or without you, right? It's the only way to create a business that is manageable and sellable. And it also gives your team the opportunity to grow. And it helps you finally find the freedom that you've been working so hard for, right? Freedom to take a vacation, freedom to get involved in other things in your community, give back, freedom to plan for the future. This is how you create a legacy business. Big, big takeaway there. So, as always on my lives, I share with you my 1 week rule, and that's about taking action now. Because you can listen to me, you can read a book on this, but the magic is in the doing. So realize how micromanaging is affecting your team and your business. Is it you or is it someone on your team that's doing this? What action will you take this week? Is it owning it with your team, delegating the right way, or empowering decision making? It really depends on where you are, but decide where you are and take the action needed. And lastly, I want to leave you with a pro thinking tip. So, most shop owners worry that no one can do a job as well as they can. But here's the actual truth: 80% is enough if it frees you up to focus on growing your business and doing other activities. Tongue twister, huh? Doing other activities that are really going to benefit the business. So, perfect execution is not the goal. Scaling your leadership is the goal. And you want to give yourself a little time to do that. So, I hope you found this valuable. If you have any comments, place them in there, whether it's live now or on the replay. I will respond to all of them. Thanks for being here and have an enjoyable week. That's it for Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes.